Hello, Mario. 10 questions about medical charlatans. Mario's 10 questions about medical charlatans. All right, and question one. I found out today that if you give up paste, bread, fruit, cheese, and sweets within a month, you'll lose the will to live. Okay, so what are you on day 31 or something? Paste, bread, fruit, cheese, and sweets. Okay, true. So, question one is John Brinkley made millions in the 1920s by transplanting goat testicles into men to cure impotence. No, no, that can't be true. I'm trying to make a goat noise. So that's true. Goat, the greatest of all time. T for true for question one in the 10 questions about charlatans. Oh, pasta. All right. I thought you were talking about something like salmon paste. We used to have salmon paste sandwiches, fish paste, I guess it was. Correctness, correct. Dr. John R. Brinkley performed thousands of goat gland transplants, charging $750 each, around about 12,000 in today's money. He built a radio empire to advertise it, becoming a millionaire from the AMA and FTC before the AMA and FTC finally revoked his license in 1930. All right. Yes. Okay. Next, charlatan, please. All right. Holy shit, that's true. Oh, yes. That's the whole point of a con. Albert Abrams invented the electromagnetic health analyzer, a black box that could diagnose any disease from a drop of blood on a piece of paper. Okay, the EHA, Albert Abrams. Wonder if he's the guy that also invented the Abrams tank, the electromagnetic health analyzer. Got no reason to believe that to be false, really. It's goat testicles. Oh, yeah. These guys are good. They're good. They're very good. Albert Abrams. What do you take on that? Sound like a good con, yeah. I reckon. You can't make this stuff up. Well, actually, you can. Okay, let's go. T for true. And what have we got here? Okay. This is true. Okay, here we go. Albert Abrams, oscillocust and radionics boxes claimed to diagnose from a blood spot or handwriting samples sent by mail. He leased them for $250 plus royalties, making millions. Scientific America proved it was a worthless junk in 1924. Okay. All right. Well, looks like the next guy's got a cure for cancer. Okay. The question is, yeah. The FDA shut down Harry Hoxley's cancer cure clinics in the 1950s after proving his herbal tonic was just coloured water and molasses. Oh dear. But what if it cured cancer? You know, the conspiracy theories, all these complex chemotherapies. It might be just coloured water and molasses that does the job. I'm going to say true for that one. I suppose it could tell you if you had hemochromatosis, high Fe in the blood. Suppose it could. But did it? No, I don't think so. But anyway, T for true for question 3. Why not? Yeah. Whoa. This is incorrect. Half true trap. The FDA and AMA shut down Hoxley's 17 clinics in the 1950s and 60s, final one in 96, calling it quackery. But his pink black herbal tonic was not just coloured water. It contained real but useless and toxic ingredients like cascara, potassium iodide, and laxatives. Independents showed no anti-cancer effect. Right. Okay. Oh, well, we were wrong on that one. Next. The half-truth. Yeah. I did question the sort of molasses and coloured water. It looks like molasses and coloured water. The emperor's got no clothes. What have we got? Dr. Linda Hazard starved over 40 patients to death in her fasting cure sanitarium in the early 1900s and was convicted of manslaughter. Yeah. Nasty bitch. Linda Hazard. Mr. Hazard. All right, Dr. Lindsay. I think we should stay with the true. It does seem to be correct. I've followed a guy on the rice diet, which is supposed to cure heart disease, but I don't know. They reckon that guy cheated as well. Okay. Question 4. True. Moz is here. T for true. Dr. Hazard. Mr. Hazard. Correct. Dr. Linda Hazard, no real medical degree, killed at least 40 patients, some estimates 50 plus, with extreme fasting, often just water and tomato broth for weeks. In 1911, she was convicted of manslaughter in the death of a British heiress who weighed 50 pounds at death. Served 2 years. It's pretty good sort of thing, really, because you wouldn't have to pay much for food, you know, and that sort of thing. And yeah, 2 years, 50 plus. You imagine she was charging them quite a lot. Didn't have to feed them much at all. Just starve them. Fasting cure. Well, I guess you couldn't argue that it did cure them. They didn't complain about the symptoms anymore, I guess. William Bailey's Radiator, radioactive water, was marketed as a health tonic in the 1920s and killed industrialist Eben Byers. Radiator, radioactive water. Whoa, the bottle is glowing. Yes. Well, perhaps he was ahead of his time. I mean, cure for cancer, what is it? They do that, don't they? They identify the radiation therapy. False, do you reckon? Okay. All right. False. Moz says false. Actually, my son, that was one of the potential a job that he looked at when he finished his maths degree. One of the potential jobs was being a person that calculated the radioactivity for that sort of thing. Yes, all right, we'll try false. Moz says false. We'll see how good he is. I don't know. I reckon I'm not sure about this one. Could be either way. Incorrect. Got quacked. Radiothor was real radium dissolved in water, sold as a perpetual sunshine tonic. Eben Byers drank 1,400 bottles and died horribly in 1932. His jaw literally fell off from radiation poisoning. The case led to stronger FDA regulations. Wow. Well, he wouldn't have had much to say about that if his jaw fell off. Right. Next. Okay. Yeah. The Glynn treatment promised to cure cancer by injecting patients with horse blood and was promoted by a fully qualified medical doctor. The Glynn treatment. Yes. Nay. Croc's answer says 1930. What? Marketed in the 1920s. Oh, right. Yeah, I don't think that's significant. Okay. Yeah. It's adjacent. Horse blood. Could be true. Could have been a galloping success. True, yeah. It didn't cure them, but 3 of them won the Grand National. T for true. Yeah. Worth a try. Yeah. I don't think it was in the essence of the question. Incorrect. Classic quack trap. The Glynn treatment was horse serum injections for cancer promoted by Thomas J. Glynn, who had no medical qualifications. He was a former railway clerk. It killed patients with anaphylactic shock. Real MDs denounced it. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Next, Brinkley's comeback. Oh. Okay. Right. Brinkley's comeback. Ah. Right. Come on, Croc, Grok. What you thinking about, Grok? All right. Okay, and we'll prefer this one, which always screws it up. Right. Okay. False. Correct. Oh, that's not the bloody question, though. We want question 7. I think that was question 6. Question 7. Dr. John Brinkley lost his medical license but later ran for governor of Kansas and nearly won. We answered T for true, apparently, and that was correct. Oh, well, that's a bit of a bonus one. After losing his license in 1930, Brinkley ran as an independent for Kansas governor in 1932, coming second in 1930 with 30% of the vote. He claimed the election was stolen. Okay. Question 8 is the arsenic cure for women. Right. Okay. Yes. The Vivi cure. The Vivi cure for women's ailments in the late 1800s was sold door to door and contained dangerous levels of arsenic. Ah, sounds a bit suspicious. Yes. Right. I'm all for true on that one. Selling a cure door to door for women with a bit of arsenic in it. Yeah. Sounds plausible to me. Yes. Try this stuff. Give this a go. Arsenic cure for women. Now there's an idea. Yes, that's right. I hope it worked. All right, what do we got? Is Grok woke? Oh, come on, Grok. What's happening to you? Incorrect. Got quacked again. The Varvey cure was a massive mail order door-to-door scam for female complaints, sold as capsules and tonic, but it did not contain arsenic. It was mostly harmless but useless herbs and laxatives. The real danger was the aggressive sales tactics and false claims, not poison. Oh, okay. Right. Oh dear. Right. Okay, next. I don't know. We're all over the place with this one, but I guess it's to be expected. I mean, they are con men. So we're up to question 9. Italian surgeon. Oh, you should know this one, Moz. Sergio Canavero claimed in 2017 that he had successfully performed the world's first human head transplant. And the recipient became the President of America. Oh, do you know Sergio Canavero, 2017? The world's first human head transplant? You reckon? What do you think? Wow. Yeah. Don't know about that. I can't recall it. I haven't got any recollection of that one in particular. A head transplant. Yeah. It was basically, I guess, someone would have had to die, wouldn't they? Well, would they? It could have just been a head exchange, couldn't it? I don't know about this one. Surgeon. I've heard something about that. Oh, okay. False. Well, no. Okay. Right. Correct. Canavero claimed a successful head transplant on a corpse in 2017 and later on a live patient in China, but no independent verification ever emerged. The medical community dismissed it as unethical and scientifically impossible with current technology. No proof of success exists. Well, I don't know. I dispute that. The question, we're correct, but the question says that he claimed that he had done it. And I mean, that could well be true. He might have lied, but he still claimed. Interesting. Okay, we'll leave it there because it's a win. So, what have we got? 4 out of 9. Oh, we need this one. Right. Final, last one. Next. To be expected with these. So, I actually believe that that's a bit weird. We're in the Rife Lab. The Royal Rife machine claimed to destroy cancer cells with a specific radio frequencies and is still sold today despite being banned in the 1940s. The Royal Rife machine. Yeah, that could be true. So it claimed to destroy cancer cells and it could still be sold. I would go true on that. But yeah, because there's still colour therapists around, isn't there? That put colour things, um, show different, make people sit in rooms of different colours, and yeah, the Royal Rife machine. Explain Royal Rife's biography. What are we going with 10? True, T for true. Okay, this will give us a five pointer, which will restore the situation. True, correct. Royal Rife's 1930s beam ray device claimed to shatter cancer cells with resonant frequencies. The AMA crushed it in the 1940s. Devices seized, records destroyed. Modern versions, often called frequency generators, are still sold online as research devices, banned for cancer claims but thriving in an alternative circle. Well, there we go. So, 5 out of 10. Survivor of the quacks. You nailed Brinkley's goat glands, Abrams' black box, Hazard's starvation, Canavera's hoax, and Rife's persistent machine. Hoxley's tonic ingredients, Glynn's fake MD, and a couple of others slipped through the ether. The black box powers down, but the miracles live on. There we go. That was all. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mario's 10 questions about charlatans. Mario's 10 questions about medical charlatans.